I'm at a Savage Gulf State Park today, and Shyla is going on her first overnight backpacking trip. She's never been on an overnighter before with me. We're going out about 5 miles, just a quick overnighter to the Alum Gap campground. And Beagles are probably not the ideal dog to take on a backpacking trip, because they have 3 things, especially Shyla, on her mind. Number 1 is eating, as you can see. Number 2 is tracking something, going for a walk. And number 3, of course, is sleeping. And Beagles they're loving, affectionate little dogs, but they are stubborn. They have a one-track mind, and no pun intended, and that's tracking things. She loves to track. When you're hiking and backpacking in the woods, it's always important to look for things like that. That's a half broken off tree stuck up on top of another tree, right near the trail. And that thing is gonna come down eventually. We're here at the campground. Shyla didn't do too badly. She definitely doesn't understand the meaning of the word stay. We're going this way, puppy, this way. Right in here, come on. Down this trail right here. Looks like they put new signage up from the last time I was up here. Let's see if they still have bear warnings up here. Yeah, maybe those aren't new signs. Yeah, they still have bear warnings. All right, Shyla, this way. Come on. We're going to number 1. Hey, I believe that's it right here. Oh, yes. This way, puppy, this way. This is a really nice campground. It's really designed for several tents, actually. It's huge. It's got a great fire area, and then you can just see it goes way back through here. This is one of the big ones. All right, let's get set up. Sorry, we're gonna eat in just a minute, puppy. Are you hungry? Are you hungry, puppy? gonna go eat. You hungry? You want to eat? You hungry? Time for eating, isn't it? All right. Let me get your little bowl out here. Just get you the doggy bowl right here. We'll put you some food on it. Put you some food in there. Yeah, here we go. No, I've got yours right here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Look here. Yeah. Well, we're still gathering up firewood. I found a couple of big pieces of wood that were down in the forest, like equivalent to small trees. So I'm bringing them up here and breaking them up, try to get a fire started. It's getting late now. Well, I didn't eat hardly anything at all today, so I went ahead and made us up some ramen noodles also, and the chili mac and beef, and it's just about ready. Ooh, it's hot. You getting cold, puppy? You getting cold? Come over here. Come over here. I'll give you something. Come here. Come here. I'll give you some of this. Come here. It's close enough to being done. Here, move, move. I'm gonna give you some. Move, get back. There. I think it's done. Yep. It's hot. Well, that's good. It's getting really cool out here. There are 8 campsites here, and this is the most popular campground in Savage Gulf as far as backcountry is concerned, and we're the only ones here. I think someone else had reserved number 2, but I don't see anybody else here. In fact, we were the only ones parking in the overnight lot on this side of the park for these the primitive campgrounds on this side. So we're out here by ourselves tonight. It feels really good out here, but it's starting to get cool. It's time to get a fire going. That's what we need, a fire. You know, this year has been a crazy year. We have not been able to get out and do much backpack, well, any since the since the beginning of the year, really. I changed careers. Actually, I really didn't, but I did. I'm pastoring a church now full time, and after being in the paint business for over 30 years, now in actuality, I have 2 degrees in theology, but I always just pastored as in a lay capacity, either as a lay elder or a lay pastor of small churches. You know, that churches that were small enough they couldn't afford to pay a pastor full time. And I had a church that called me back in September of last year and asked me if I would consider being their pastor. And of course, after much prayer and going through the process of meeting the leaders in the church, they voted me in Thanksgiving Day. Well, the week before Thanksgiving, actually, not Thanksgiving Day, the week before Thanksgiving, unanimously. So I've been transitioning into that, and for a while I worked both jobs. For the first 3 months of this year, I was actually working still at the paint store and at the church for a couple of reasons. But it's been an eventful year, and think about it, I've got enough kindling on this thing to get it started. But then we just found out last week that Karen has breast cancer. And so that's a whole nother journey we're starting on. We're just in the beginning phases of that. So we'll keep you abreast of how that goes and her treatment and all the different options. We're weighing those options right now, and feel like we're in the hands of some really good doctors, but we'll be making a decision on her treatment plan by the middle to the end of May. So let's see if I can get this fire started. Well, that didn't take very long at all. A little leaves on the bottom and some real dry kindling on there, and voila, we've got a nice little fire. That feels good. You know, it's first day of May, and I really don't like backpacking. Don't mind hiking, but I really don't like backpacking when it's hot. And hot to me is anything over 60 when it comes to backpacking. So today, when I got here, it was about 58. I think it might have gotten up to 60, but low humidity and a nice breeze. And that's about, you know, I'm in short sleeves and a shirt, because when you put a pack on your back, and I think my pack probably weighs 28 pounds. It wasn't really heavy, maybe 29. Whew. I had some extra stuff packed in there for Shyla. Whoa! Oh, God. I may have to back up from here. Which made it weigh a few extra pounds. But I really wanted it to get cold. Tonight I think it's going to get down to about 40, maybe 39, maybe even 38. To test out my new sleeping bag that I bought, to see how it works. I brought Shyla a sleeping bag and a part of a mat, so she'll probably try to get my sleeping bag. Unfortunately, she's spoiled. She actually sleeps on our pillow top. It's not pillow top, it's a memory foam, one of those expensive memory foam mattresses. Yeah, she's rotten. But she's a tired hand dog. I'm surprised she's not up still tracking something, but she's done. She's done for the day. You know, it's not often you come to Savage Gulch. Well, I guess it is if you come during the weekdays, where there's not anybody here. But this is just an awesome place to backpack and hike. It's kind of just a crow's foot nestled in the heart of Middle Tennessee. Just a beautiful area. And they let you have fires. That's awesome. So many of the national parks now, that you can't have a fire. And that really, if you've hiked all day, having a fire TV is just awesome. I remember a couple of years ago when we were in Glacier National Park, we hiked 6 miles up and camped the first night at Cobalt Lake. Then we hiked up Chief Lodgepole Peak, which was about 1,100 feet to get through the pass, but it dropped off nearly 3,000 feet, and we made it to Upper Park Creek Campground. And it was just a beautiful campground. It had 3 different, tent sites, a food meal prep area, then a place to hang your food, but it had a mountain stream just circling actually the whole campground. And just right maybe 30 feet away from where you were eating was a stream, but they had a fire pit. You could have fires there. It was wonderful. After hiking all day, we were beat, and just having that fire was awesome. Well, the sun is set, and Shyla's done. She's out, and I'm just sitting here watching Fire TV. It's pretty nippy out here. It is about 52 degrees out here, and which is not bad by the fire. About 50% humidity, 56% humidity, somewhere around there. And I'm gonna have some spiced apple cider here in a few minutes, and just sit here and watch Fire TV and enjoy the evening. And then we'll eventually go get snuggled up for the night, and we'll see you guys in the morning. So I unzipped the tent and let her in, and she went straight for my sleeping bag. No, quit that. Come here. Well, good morning. It's 6:30. It's 40 degrees outside, and I slept really good last night in this Big Agnes Amblehorn 15-degree sleeper bag. It is so roomy in here, but it's nice and toasty, and it was a good night to sleep. Not too cold, just right actually. And Shyla's still snoring. I think she snored all night. And so we're going to get up in a few minutes and get some breakfast and get a hot cup of coffee, and we're going to get on the trail. Oh yes, nothing quite like that first cup of coffee. It's good. All right, let's get things packed up here. Let's get our sleeping bags out. Yeah, you probably want to go back to bed, don't you? No more back to bed for you. It's 7:20 in the morning, and we're ready to go. We're packed up. Shyla's been itching to go for about the last 30 minutes, maybe longer. Beagles love to go. It's a glorious morning, not a cloud in the sky. It's probably 43 or 44 right now, so we're gonna hit the trail. It's gonna be a great morning for hiking. I've got some things I've got to get done today, so we're gonna be headed back on the Laurel Trail, I believe. We're not going that way, puppy. This way. Come on, Shyla. This way. We're gonna be headed. It's a little bit shorter. In fact, I think it's 2 miles shorter, because I need to get back. This trip was just a spur of the moment. Let's get out and go for a hike and a backpacking trip, and a short one for Shyla to see how she does. She is 11 years old, and she's going the right way. That's the way we're headed. We came in on the Big Creek Rim Trail, and we're gonna go back on the Laurel Trail. It looks like it's going the opposite direction, but it's really not. It circles around. And this is an inland trail, whereas the Big Creek Rim Trail, as the name would suggest, stays on the rim of one of the gulfs, which is really a beautiful trail. She's on something now. All right, we can't go over there. Hey. Where are you going? We can't go over there. And here's some water. It looks like it's drinkable. She's thirsty. You may have come across a tree like this in the woods before. These trees are usually done this way intentionally. This is called a marker tree. The Indians used to do this, as well as the early settlers, to mark trails or mark places in the forest. They would tie one of the branches off to the side, and then it would end up growing 2 trunks, usually and you have a 90-degree angle like that. I've seen them, one in the Bankhead National Forest that actually looks like a goalpost. We're finishing up with our trip to Alum Gap campground. That was Shyla's first overnight backpacking trip, and she did really good for a Beagle. She's not very patient. She's really just a big baby, but she did good. She's recovered. She was tired yesterday, but she's ready to go today, that's for sure. All right, thanks for coming with us. Come on.